What is up, guys? The Great Wall back at it again with another video. Today we are here with another 10-year sim. It is going to be the Athletics. This is a very hit or miss team. Honestly, they've got a lot of young guys. They've got a lot of guys who are locked down on long-term deals. For instance, I know Jacob Wilson's on about a 10-year deal. Oh, not 10-year. He's on about a 7-year deal. I know Lawrence Butler has a pretty long contract here. Also 2032. Brent Rooker is here till 2030. I think those are really the only ones that they have. Do they have Soderstrom? They do have Soderstrom locked down. I think that's really it. They might have. I don't think they locked down Nick yet. They're trying to, but they didn't. Yeah, I mean, this is a very meh team as of right now, but they do have a lot of potential superstars. I've seen Nick and Brent Rooker do some absolutely disgusting things in this game, so, yeah. Also, they have Shea Langeliers, a great catcher. I think this team, if they make the right moves, could be a World Series contender within the next couple years. So, without further ado, we set everything to auto. Let's go see how the CPU rebuilds the Athletics. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby. No one here from their team, which is actually a little bit surprising. Team's doing okay. They're 50-46. Could be better, could be a lot worse. See who their all-stars are. Mark Leiter Jr. It would actually be kind of funny if that was their only all-star. It's not going to be. They also have Nick. Anyone else on their team? I can envision one of the outfielders. Maybe Brent Rooker is here. Yeah, that would be correct. Brent Rooker is here. Yeah, I mean, let's take a look at their draft class, see if they make any trades. They have not up to this point, so, yeah. All right, they had an actually pretty solid draft. They draft 2 89 potential guys, which is very good, and a 93 potential closing pitcher, as well as a couple of other decent relief pitchers. Yeah, they didn't make any trades, which is actually just very surprising. So, let's finish out the year, see how they finish off. All right, they finished 87-75, and a lot of that is from these last 2 series. Which is crazy, but good for them. Brent Rooker led the league in runs. That is about it. Let's see how the rest of the team did, though. Oh, yeah. I mean, big 3 right here. Absolutely lighting it up, as well as Shea Langeliers. Alright, let's see. Nick leads the team with a 5.1 WAR. Very solid season. Jacob Wilson with a 4.7. Langeliers with a 4.1, as well as Brent Rooker. Soderstrom with a 3.8. Not bad. Darnell Hernandez with a 1.4. Banez with a 1.4, as well as Zach Geloff. And just kind of some mid stuff throughout the rest of the team. Carlos Cortez sucked. Crazy. Mark Leiter Jr. had 50 saves for this team, which is just absolutely electric. Jacob Lopez, Luis Severino both with 1.7. Aaron with a 1.6. Jeffrey Springs with a 1.4. Leiter with a 1.3. Luis Morales with a 0.6. Do I think this is a World Series team? Absolutely not. Let's see how far they can make it, though. And they lose in 3 to the Tigers. All right, let's see if they can make any meaningful moves this offseason. Okay, not the move to make. They're going to trade Jamie Arnold for Jake McCarthy, Victor Vodnik, and Keegan Thompson. I think this is a god-awful deal. Okay, this is actually a very good deal. Joshua Kuroda-Grauer for Jeremiah Estrada. I think this is a phenomenal deal. Okay, so they're going to make a big money move. They're going to trade away Gage Jump, Robbie Short, who is one of the players they just drafted, and Gunnar Hoglund for Bo Bichette and Luis Robert Jr. They're going to trade Carlos Cortez for Kyle Finnegan. I don't think this is the right move. All right, so they lost a couple guys to free agency. Nothing too crazy. They get Alex Vesio, which is very solid. Jose Siri's okay, and really not much else. But I think this team honestly definitely improved a lot, considering they got guys like Bo Bichette, they got Jeremiah Estrada, Alex Vesia. I think this team has a shot of making an actual postseason run this year. So, yeah, let's see how they do. Okay, they're going to trade away Estevan Ferreira, who they drafted last year, Miles Naylor, and Steven Echeverria for Zach McKinstry, Will Vest, Carlos Estevez, and Thomas Nito. Not the biggest fan of this deal. This is a 1-year, if we win it, we win it. I feel like this is all or nothing. All right, I like this deal. Charles Chance for AJ Puck, as long as they can keep Puck around. Puck obviously was on the Athletics at one point. All right, they're going to trade Kenji Yamashita, who was another player they drafted last year, for Mitch Keller and Gary Sanchez. All right, we are at the Home Run Derby. No one from the team here, which I think is definitely not good. 52 and 45. They need to pick it up. Considering we gave up so many of our young prospects, this needs to be a kind of make or break year. None of our closers are here. Shea Langlier is doing a decent job though. He's here. No, what's his name? Nick. Zach Geloff is here though, hitting .313. Good for him. Anyone else that we know? Brent Roker. All right. Team's doing well. They just need to kind of find that second stride. Okay, they drafted another great guy, another 2 great guys at the top. Yeah, I mean, hopefully they can keep them around. They've got a bunch of mid prospects, so I think could honestly be used in trades or could be developed into backups and stuff. I mean, not a bad draft, honestly. All right, they finished 94 and 68 and make it as a wild card team in the 4 spot. Of course, Seattle wins the division. Had 7 games on us. That's okay. Nick leads the league in walks, not bad. Let's take a look at the team statistics. Brent Rooker, 34 home run season is not bad. Let's see how the guys did this year. Okay, Shea with a 6.4, Zach Geloff with a 5.8, Jacob Wilson with a 4.3, Luis Robert with a 4, Brent Rooker with a 3.5, Soderstrom with a 3, McKinstry with a 2.7, Bo Bichette 2.4, Nick with a 2.3, Denzel Clark with a 1.3. I mean, team did very well, besides Lawrence Butler, who's not getting very many at-bats. Jeremiah Estrada, 42 saves, is okay, I guess. How many blown saves did he have? Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So we could have been a much better team, but we blew a lot of games, which sucks. Jacob Lopez with a 2.6 as well as Mitch Keller. Will Vest with a 2. Okay. Luis Morales with a 1.7. Jeffrey Springs with a 1.4. Severino with a 0.9. I mean, yeah, just rough years from some of our bigger name players. See if we can get a job done in the playoffs. So we are taking on Houston, and they're going to beat us 5-6 in both games. Both times they scored, well, first time they scored 2 in the top. It's just rough. It's rough. All right, let's see if we can make any meaningful moves. We need to re-sign a lot of guys, so hopefully they can do that. All right, they're going to trade a guy they just drafted for 2 C potential guys who... I don't know why the CPU always makes stupid moves like this. But then every time I try to make a move like this, it never works. I don't understand it. All right, so it looks like we did lose a lot of guys to free agency. Just not good. They signed Nick Lodolo, Justin Steele, Caleb Ferguson, Jojo Romero, Justin Lawrence. I mean, just really not enough for what we lost. But I still think we have a solid team here. Hopefully, maybe... Oh, Leo Dallas Severino hopefully gets called up soon. Hopefully, we can kind of put ourselves in a position this year to maybe make the playoffs again. You know, continue to have success. All right, they're going to trade Devin Taylor for Brant Herter. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby. Blurry. Nick is here, which we like to see. Let me just fix my camera real quick. Oh, no, I disappeared. All right, so we see Nick made the Home Run Derby. See how the rest of the guys are doing. We are taking the AL West by storm. Nick at first, Brent Rooker doing his job. Victor Vodnik, I guess we lost him. Jeremiah Estrada doing decent for the most part. Nick, we saw. Anyone else? Bo Bichette, not bad. Yeah, and then Brent Rooker. All right. I mean, the team's doing well. They just need to finish out strong, and then we need to get some playoff magic. Okay, and they're going to trade Charlie Sposato for Zach Gallen. I do love this move. And he's on a 5-year deal. That is a great move. Yeah, they're also going to trade Julio Chassin and Henry Bolte for Braxton Garrett, Ronnie Enriquez, a very old George Springer, and Dane Dunning. I'm not the biggest fan of this move other than Ronnie Enriquez, to be honest. So, yeah. Okay, and they had a god-awful draft. All right. Yeah, terrible all around. Just terrible draft. All right, we do finish 95 and 67, and we get a bye as a 2nd seed. Very good. Nick had a great year. That's about it. Still haven't had anyone win any awards, which I think is rough. Wow. Have a year, Nick. Have a year. He had to have been top 3 for MVP. Yeah, 7.1 WAR for him. Brent Rooker with a 6.3. Denzel Clark with a 4.4. Wilson with a 3.9. Soderstrom with a 3.8. Shea with a 3. Bo Bichette with a 3. Arnaiz with a 2.3. Geloff with a 2.1. Still no Leo Dallas Dave Rhea up here yet. That's all right. Jeremiah Estrada 38 saves. Brant Herter with 23. Okay. Very interesting. How many blown saves do we have? Still just way too many. Way too many. Alright, Lodolo with a 4-1, Steele with a 3-8, Gallon with a 1-9, Morales with a 1-3, Braxton Garrett with a 0.9. I mean, yeah, team did well. Let's take a look at the awards. He finished second for MVP, second for the batting title. Let me guess. Okay, third for the Hank Aaron. Did he at least win the Silver Slugger? He had to have. Yeah, he did. Alright, let's get to the playoffs. We are taking on the winner of Kansas City versus Boston. It's going to be Boston. We blow a 2-0 lead. All right. Okay, they do sign Tyler Glasnow for a 2-year deal. I do like that. Okay, they're going to trade Jack Tenney, who I think they drafted 2 years ago, and Orlando Ornelas for Francisco Alvarez, Shane Bieber, and Porter Hodge. Time's going to tell on this one. Time's going to tell. Okay, they also signed Framber Valdez. It looks like they're trying their best to win a World Series here. And they're going to get George Kirby as well. I'm not doing anything. This is the greatest offseason we've probably ever had with a franchise. Okay, we do lose 2 players, though. Justin Steele and Shea Langoliers. Should have re-signed him. I mean, he only won at 16 and a half. That's not bad. All right, so in free agency, we might have lost Bo Bichette as well. We lost Shea Langoliers, Braxton Garrett, Mitch Keller, and Justin Steele. But we did bring in Glasnow, Valdez, and Kirby, which is a phenomenal 3-headed monster. Really no one else, though. Let's take a look and see how this team actually looks. Yeah, I mean, this is a great team, honestly. The starting rotation is so good that Zach Allen is the 6th man. We got a good closer. Just need the bullpen to kind of figure it out here. Oh, yeah, I forgot we got Alvarez, so we have a good catcher. We are honestly solid in every position. Losing Bo Bichette is going to hurt, though. Hopefully, Leo Dallas Dave Rhea can do a job for us. Yeah, I mean, the only thing they really need is, like, some small upgrades, but this team is good. This has to be the year. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. The team has not started off as well as they need to. We're above 500, but I feel like the team should be doing a lot better. Yeah, we're only 53 and 45. We're, you know, in third. 4 and 6 in the last 10 is not ideal. Brent Rooker doing a great job out in right field. Valdez is there as well. No relief pitching for us. Anyone else? Do we have? We should have someone else. Come on. Wow, we don't have anyone else other than Brent Rooker. And Valdez. Luis Robert on the Kansas City Royals. Wish we had him still. Alright. Okay, they're going to trade this guy for Miguel Vargas. I guess that's an okay deal. Oh, wow. So this guy was a huge miss. If you see here, he was projected to be an absolute beast. And here he is. Just an awful draft class. They need to be good this year. They need to win a World Series. Finished 87 and 75. Don't make the playoffs. By 2 games. By 2 games. Wow. I think we just missed our World Series window as Dave Rhea wins Rookie of the Year and Nick wins the Hank Aaron. I think he is a free agent this year. Oh no, he has 2 years left of arbitration. We're losing our window here. That's all I'm going to say. We're losing the window. We need to have a good offseason. Oh my god, they bring Mason Miller back. 4-year deal. That is huge. Okay, they're going to trade Henry Baez and Jose Cortez for Noelvi Marte and this guy. Okay. Looks like we lost Framber Valdez. That's going to throw a wrench in the plans. Okay, so in free agency, we did lose a few guys. We might have lost Estrada, Vesia, Francisco Alvarez. Okay, we might be in for a rough spot. Mason Miller, we did sign. Austin Wells is okay. Andrew Abbott's a pretty good signing. Really nothing else other than that, though. I think, honestly, we are still in a phenomenal spot. Our starting rotation is still filthy. Bullpen is still good. Austin Wells is actually a lot higher of an overall than I thought he'd be. Oh, so we did get Zach Geloff back. I thought it said we lost him. Yeah, I think we just really need a good third baseman. You know what? You have a good arm. Yeah, we're gonna make Noel B. Marte a third baseman. Help this team out a little bit. Yeah. It's gonna increase one of their positional needs, make it better. Yeah, I mean, just hopefully this team can kind of put the pieces together here and be good. That's all we're looking for. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. They have not made any trades yet, unless I missed one. Nick is in the Home Run Derby. Team, yet again, not where they're supposed to be. Brent Rooker doing his thing. Mason Miller, 26 saves. Good year for him so far. Who else? Who else? James Wood, man. Wish we could get him. That'd be cool. Brent Rooker, that's it. I mean, he's starting to go down, which is not good, and his contract is almost, it's actually his last year. Yeah, not good, not good. Alright, they had an awful draft class yet again. Alright, we finished the year out strong. Win 95 games. Not good enough for a bye, but we are the 4 seed going against Boston. The hitters did very well. What about... Oh, we win the Hank Aaron. Nick third for the MVP. It's going to suck when he leaves. Oh, they signed him on a 5-year extension. That is huge. So he's going to be here for the remainder of the video. That is beautiful. Hopefully we can win something in that time. I mean, he's already on a Hall of Fame pace. I mean, 1,000 hits already, 236 home runs. The WAR's not going to be there because he's a first baseman, but I mean, 31's not bad. So, yeah, let's see how the rest of the team did here. Hopefully, we had a couple other guys doing well. Leo Dallas, oh, only had 233. Not ideal. Not ideal. Nick with a 5.9, Geloff with a 4.9, Wells with a 4.5, not bad. Rooker with a 3.6, Dave Ree with a 3.4, Lawrence Butler 2.4, Wilson with a 2.3 as well. Soderstrom. Yeah, I mean, the guys did pretty well. Where is... Oh, wait, yeah. Brent Rooker was up here. Okay, not bad. Mason Miller, 54 saves. Had a phenomenal year. How many blown saves? Only 4. Still, I mean, how are we blowing so many saves in the middle of the bullpen? It's just not good. Lodolo with a 4.2. Kirby with a 3.5. Glasnow 2.4. Andrew Abbott with a 1.8. Gallen with a 1.1. Bieber with a 1. I mean, the rotation is stacked. Yeah, we need to get out of here early. Come on. I meant winning and getting out of here, not losing. All right. We've got 5 years left. 5 years left, I think, so, yeah. All right, well, they're going to trade Henry Cairo to the Nationals for Keibert Ruiz. I'm hoping as a backup and not a starter. Okay, they're going to trade Luis Morales, Teddy Quick, for Bo Naylor, Max Kranick, and Casey Laguma. Guessing Bo Naylor is going to be our starting catcher this year. All right, in free agency, it looks like we lost Rooker, Marte, Wells, Ronnie Enriquez, and Tyler Glasnow. We got Jose Butto. We got a very old Alex Bregman. Jared Jones on a 5-year deal is not bad. Tobias Myers hopefully is decent at this point. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this team. Rotation is still very solid. Tobias Myers, not bad. Butto actually pretty good. Mason Miller we still have for another year or two. Another 3 years, all right. Bo Naylor, I'm guessing, is on the end of his contract. Yes, he is. All right, I mean, we've still got the great team. We just need to finally get a job done. Hopefully Lawrence Butler can take over for Brent Rooker. Yeah, but this needs to be the year we make a deep playoff run because we are running out of time. Yeah. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby. Team is doing pretty well for the most part. Let's see. Yeah, we're tied because they have more games played than us by 2. Anyone from our team doing a job? Wow, no Mason Miller. Bo Naylor is here, so he's going to get a bag this offseason. Probably not from us, though. Anyone else like to make an appearance? That would be a no. All right, beautiful. Okay, this is huge. They get another pretty good player. A couple of other decent ones, but mainly just this guy needs to turn into a stud, so yeah. All right, we have a phenomenal year. We won 101 games, which we love to see, obviously. Jacob Wilson led the league in hits. We like that. Nick wins the Hank Aaron, 3rd for MVP yet again. Doing his thing. See how the rest of the team did. Alright, let's see. Alright, not bad. 7 WAR from Geloff. 6.3 from Nick. Naylor with a 5.5. Dave Ree with a 5. Wilson with a 4.5. Muncy with a 4.4. 2.6 from Bregman. 2.5 from Denzel. The rest of the guys did their thing. 44 saves out of Mason Miller. Pitching wise, 2.8 from Abbott, 2.4 from Kirby, 2.3 from Lodolo, 2 from Bieber, and a 1.5 from Alvarado. I mean, not a bad year. Definitely not a bad year. We need to make a deep playoff run. Need to get to the ALCS at least. Alright, we get Carter Jensen for 3 years. Not bad. Alright, in free agency, we didn't lose too many guys, which is okay. We obviously got Carter Jensen to fill the catching gap. We got Nasim Nunez, who's not bad. Angel Zerpa, who's okay. A couple of other decent guys. Lucas Erseg. I mean, the team has been phenomenal for years. We just really need to get the job done. At this point, like, we've had a phenomenal team for a very long time. It's really now or never, honestly. Only problem is we don't have an actual good center fielder, which might come back to bite us. Do we have anyone with speed? This might sound stupid. Let's see how Leo Dallas DeVry looks out in center. Just see how it looks. 91, I think we're going to do that. I think it's the best thing for this team. Alright, we're at the Home Run Derby. No one here from our team. That's alright. That is alright. Dylan Cruz is actually good. Wow. Alright. Geloff and Leo Dallas DeVry. That's what we like to see. Mason Miller doing a good job. Anyone else from the team here? Geloff doing pretty well. DeVry doing a phenomenal job out in center, doing what we need him to do. Alright, let's finish out the year strong. We need to make it to the World Series this year. Okay-ish draft. They've got 380 potential guys, which I mean, I guess counts for something. Yeah. Wow, we finished 88 and 74 and don't make the playoffs. That actually sucks. Yeah, I guess some of our guys are just starting to get old, starting to not play as well. I don't know what it is. I mean, our team was so good. Geloff with a 7.1, Dave Ree with a 6.5, Jensen with a 6, Nick with a 5.2, Wilson with a 4.2, Tommy White had a 2.4, Soderstrom with a 2.3. I mean, the team just did very well. 45 saves. I mean, that's not bad. A lot of blown saves. I mean, I feel like we're right there. Lodolo 2.9, Kirby 2.6, Abbott 2.2, Jones with a 2. Gallon with a 1.8, Erseg with a 1.3. I mean, the team did very well. I just don't know what we're missing. I really don't. All right, they're going to trade Richie Hobbs, who they just drafted, for Matt Shaw and Cole Wilcox. Okay, we do retain Jacob Wilson. They're going to trade Jim Varez for Otto Kemp. All right, we did lose a long list of guys. Unfortunately, they did sign everyone to expire in 2032. We got Sal Frelick. Christian Javier's not bad. Brendan Donovan's okay. I know we re-signed Jacob Wilson. I just don't see him. Yeah, I don't see him, but I know we re-signed him. It said we did. I hope we did. Oh, yeah, because it's not free agency. See how the team looks. It's a shell of what it once was. All of our guys are starting to go down. I think our championship window has officially ended. Yeah. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby. Nick is having a second run at greatness. See how the team's doing. Not great. Not great whatsoever. I think this team is 1 or 2 moves away from being good, but we're not there just yet. Let's see. Anyone from our team doing anything of note? Nick is an all-star. Good that he's back to his all-star ways. Yeah, I'm assuming that's going to be it. Oh, Leo Dallas DeVry out in center. Might have just revitalized his career by doing that, turning him into an absolute beast. Yeah, I mean, not bad. But that is going to be it for the team. Hopefully we can finish out the season strong, make the playoffs. Okay, I mean, not a bad draft class. They've only got, I think, 1 left after this year, so I mean, maybe a couple of these guys will progress to be good enough to make the team. Who knows, honestly. Alright, we win the exact same amount of games as last year, but we make the playoffs this time around. George Kirby, best win percentage. Nick, wow. Okay, Brendan Donovan wins the batting title. Was not expecting that. 57 home runs from Nick. He's Hall of Fame bound. He is 100% Hall of Fame bound in this universe. Yeah, 100%. Have a year. Definitely won MVP. Absolutely. Batting title goes to Brendan Donovan. No Hank Aaron, though, which I think is insane. Where is Hank Aaron? Wow, third for the Hank Aaron. All right, that's insane. See how the rest of the team did though. 5'8" from Jensen, 5'3" from Nick. Geloff with a 4'9", Wilson with a 4'5", Donovan with a 4, Dave Reed with a 3'9", Tommy White 2'7" as well as Freelick. I mean, team did okay. Mason Miller is no longer the closer. It is Nino Santiago. All right. Very interesting. Lodolo with a 2-3, Kirby with a 2-1, Javier with a 2, Jared Jones with a 1-7. Yeah, do want to see. Mason Miller has 341 career saves. Good for him. We got Victor Vodnik back. Good for him. All right, playoffs. Come on, this has to be a year we do something. We are the 4th seed yet again. We finally move on. Taking on Texas, and they're going to beat us in 4. We have 2 years left. 2 years. Come on. Okay, they're going to trade Ray Baxter and Carmine Balladares for Anderson Brito and Camilo Doval. Alright, they're going to trade 2 of our prospects for pretty much next to nothing. Alright, in free agency, we lost Mason Miller. We got Justin Martinez, we got Mackenzie Gore. I'm assuming they're a little bit past their prime. Yeah, this is the second to last year. Don't think we got the juice here. All right, we're at the home run derby. The team is not doing too well. Yeah, leave it at that. I mean, we're bottom of the division. I'm assuming we only have 1 All-Star. It's George Kirby probably, because we didn't really get anyone good. Oh, Justin Martinez. I mean, not bad actually. Anyone else? Brendan Donovan. You know what? Never mind. I take it back. The team might not be doing well, but we've got guys who are doing well. Leo Davery. Yeah, I mean, not bad, honestly. The team's just not winning games, so, yeah. Alright, I almost went completely past it, but we got this great guy. If only we got him 3 years earlier. Not a bad draft class, though. Just a little bit too late for it, honestly. Alright, they finished 81 and 81. Not really good enough for anything. Brendan Donovan won another batting title. I think that's crazy. Yeah. Let's see who else did well. Dave Reed and Zach Geloff. I mean, Zach Geloff has put together a phenomenal career up to this point. He might honestly be on pace for the Hall of Fame. Like, genuinely speaking, might be Hall of Fame bound. All he needs is a position change to center field, and he is a Hall of Famer, honestly. Good for him, though. Brendan Donovan with a 5'8", Carter Jensen with a 5, David Valenzuela with a 4, Sal Frelick with a 3-3, Tommy White with a 2-2, Nick with a 1-8, he's down to an 83, Jacob Wilson with a 1 down to an 81. Pitching-wise, Justin Martinez, 42 saves, up to 225 on the career, 348 for Andres Munoz, though, so good for him. Let's see how the guys did, though. George Kirby with the 2.9, Jones with the 2.4, Javier with the 2.2, Gore with the 1.2, Munoz with the 1.1, and Lodolo with a 1. Yeah. No playoff baseball. Let's see how we can do in the offseason. Okay, they're going to trade away Zach Geloff, Javier, George. Wow, they're trading for a bunch of prospects. I think we are officially throwing in the towel, which sucks. We lose Leo Dallas, Dave Reed back to the team that he came from. Alright, in our last off-season, we lost a lot of good guys. We got, I don't know if we got really anyone good. Grayson Rodriguez is old. Logan Webb is way too old. Kevin Alcantara is old and not very good, probably. This is going to be the final team heading into the year. A humongous fall from grace, which sucks. Yeah, Nick might be Hall of Fame bound soon, hopefully. If we move him to center field, he'll be a Hall of Famer. But, yeah, I mean, a huge fall from grace from where we used to be. We were one of the most dominant teams without a ring. Well, I say dominant. We were one of the best teams on paper to not get a ring. Let me just put it like that. All right, they're going to trade 3 of these guys for some prospects. It is officially over. They're going to trade away Sal Frelick for a prospect. All right, we're at the home run derby. Doesn't really matter at this point. The team has thrown in the towel as we trade away Logan Webb for this guy. Yeah, let's see who our final All-Star is. I honestly don't even have a guess as to who it is. Probably a closer. Probably. This is the guy we drafted too. That's the best part. Honestly, who is our All-Star? I feel like that's the question of the hour. Jacob Wilson. I think that's his. Honestly, I think that's his first All-Star game. No, never mind. Oh yeah, actually it is, because 2025 is real life. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's finish out the year. No draft this year, obviously. All right, we went 65 and 97. Obviously not good enough for the playoffs. It's our first, honestly, just a really bad year, if I had to guess. 5-4 from David Valenzuela. Kevin Alcantara with a 3-9. Francisco Alvarez made his way back here. I don't even know how. 3-7. Tommy White with a 2-5. Wilson with a 1-6. Nick with a 1-4. Cam Collier with a 1-1. Yeah, pitching wise, Justin Martinez did lead our team in saves. However, Grayson Rodriguez, Herangelo Sinji, Muhammad Triola, and Damian Escobar were our guys. So, yeah, I mean, the team, we didn't win a World Series. I feel a little disappointed. I thought we were going to win one at least, but it is what it is. That being said, thank you guys as always for watching. Wait, let me just double check. This should be final year, correct? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. Thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.